Hi, thank you so much for tuning in to P2P Relates, where we talk about all things relationships. I'm Pat Renfro, and as promised, this week we're back talking about singles and dating. And last week we talked about how to have a successful first date. And then, of course, I realized that you can't have a first date if you don't have a partner that you've met. So we're going to talk today and explore how to do that. Now, obviously, in this day and age, there's two basic ways to do it, online and offline. So we're going to talk about those two areas and also safety tips. I just want to say that over the years, I've talked to so many single people, and we were going through a slight transition. It used to be, I'm good. Don't save me any of that. Marriage, who needs it? But I'm seeing a shift where people in their 30s, mid-30s, up to mid-40s are interested in getting married. But the problem is, how do you meet somebody? Now, we know that in today's society, more often than not, you can go online. There are hundreds. There are many online services that you can use, and they will serve just about whatever area you're looking for. So I'm going to give you 4 that we'll talk about, and then we're going to talk about the 2 major ways that you can meet people in person. And then, of course, do your own homework and go and look out there to see exactly what it is you may need. I even thought about it for myself. Say, hey, you're talking about this, you're single, what's up? Not interested. I don't need that in my life right now. But I'm really not very motivated at all for dating. But for those of you who are, there's nothing wrong with it. Go for the gusto and do it in a smart, right way. So let's talk about the top 4 that I looked at. And I'll just go over each one of them briefly. You've got Hinge, Match.com, Coffee Meets Bagel, and OkCupid. And as I said, there's so many more, and some that are very popular that you'll say, well, she didn't name those, but that's okay. Just going to hit those and kind of give you their slang that have been designed for serious connections. You're not just looking for a hookup. You're not just saying, hey, I want to go out and have fun, meet people. If you're going on Hinge or Match.com or even Coffee Meets Bagel, you're going because you're serious. You're looking for a relationship that could yield a future commitment. OkCupid is not that much different. However, they have detailed profiles and questions that you can go through so that you can really gauge who you're about to meet and what you're looking for. The pros, you have a lot of detailed information that you can gain from these profiles, and you have a wide selection that you can look into. The con is it can be overwhelming because not only do you have to search for those that may be in alignment with who you are and what you're looking for, but then you have to reach out to them. And then once you reach out to them, they've got to get back to you. If you look at them and you don't see their best self, they don't have a haircut, or they don't have makeup on, or they weren't dressed very well, in your opinion, then that might be a good indicator that you probably don't need to go that much further. Although you shouldn't judge a book by its cover, all we have in the online area is cover. So if you don't have the best cover out there, or I don't consider your cover to be the best, then I might keep it moving because somebody else might see your cover and think it's fabulous. So be picky. This is a time to be not so picky that you end up in the same spot you were in before you started, but picky enough that you're not settling just because you're desperate or anxious or scared that you may never meet anybody, because there's somebody out there for you. More than one, somebody's out there for you. It's just a decision.
Abby, I'm completely capable of meeting men on my own.
I know, honey. I just like you to meet one who's not bleeding.
All right, I'll have you know I've already had 2 marriage proposals today.
Marry me?
Yes, Mr. Clark. Yes, of course. Make that 3. Okay, I'll see you at 7.
It is 7.
7:30. What are you making?
Lasagna. Mom's recipe. No carbohydrate comments.
And the only other option is, Phoenix.
Would you consider it?
Phoenix, San Francisco. Old people and melanomas versus, great sushi and desperate women.
You'll get it. Walsh likes you.
Even employers like to hire people that will refer to them quicker than just a blind ad. Because I'm not going to tell you that Sheila is really a great employee and she will do great for you. Or I'm not going to introduce Sheila to my friend John when I know Sheila's got some things going on that John really could not appreciate down the road. If I'm going to make a match, it's because I know both of you, I care about you, and I'm saying something that's going to really help you. So I would say the most ideal way to meet someone is to be introduced through mutual friends, because that means everybody knows these people and we care about each person enough that we're not going to encourage a connection if we don't believe that those people would be good for you.
You mean like a party?
Yeah, right. A party. What do you say?
Oh, I love parties. That sounds like fun.
You know, parties are fun, and it's tempting, but we can't because...
Oh, come on, I insist.
Okay, that's all that matters.
Hey, look, balloons. It is a party.
Mind your distance, though.
First category that I would point you toward is social events. So I want to say those that have a tendency to be homebodies. Can't really meet anybody if you stay at home all the time. Now, your friends know you're at home and they know how to call you, and they may even say, hey, why don't you invite me over for dinner and I'll bring John with me so he can meet you. And I think you all will really like each other.
Hey. Oh, you're not a model.
I am definitely not.
No, you're not. Not at all. You're far from it.
I know.
And make sure you eat it all, because I'm watching you. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Papa, can we go trampoline?
You haven't finished your nuggets yet, sweetie. Okay, there's a lot of children starving in America, right? I mean, take a look at her. She's American, huh? Really skinny. You want to look like that?
No.
Then eat your nuggets.
So that's one way. But in reality, if you want to meet someone, if you're ready for a serious relationship, you're going to have to get your mind wrapped around getting out and about. Especially if you know that the better way to meet someone, not the only way and not always the best way, but to meet someone in person is going to be more ideal than meeting someone online. You got to get out there. If you don't get out there, you're not going to ever meet them. So for you workaholics that are always working, and then when you're not working, you're at home chilling, good luck with that. If you want a different reality, you're going to have to make some sacrifices to get out there. You can go to parties, accept the invitation, or networking events, or community gatherings. Summertime is an easy time because you've got lots of things going on, festivals and concerts and just all kind of different ways that you can just be out and about. Even just going for walks in the park, you could be potentially putting yourself out there to meet someone. The second one is hobby groups. Because you think about it, you want to meet someone where you all have common interests.
Can I have that back?
Sure.
Great. Melody's about the same age as my girls, so maybe we can arrange for a play date.
Play date or a date date?
I'm good with either one.
Get in a club, look for a club that has people doing those same things, because that means when you meet the people, you've got some automatic shoe-ins of common interests.
How did you two meet?
Oh, I love meet cute stories.
We met at a poetry slam, and then he stalked me back to my dorm room.
Stalked her.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Then what happened?
And then we hung out and we watched a movie.
So that's going to take some extra effort, but isn't it worth it if you're potentially going to discover a life partner? And now let's just dive right into the safety measures. When you first meet someone online, they can give you all types of promises and try to introduce themselves in ways to give you their best light. So you need to pace yourself and really work hard not to get so enamored or caught up in their promises of how they present themselves or who they are, what they do. And then when you all decide that, we've visited enough, we've inquired enough, we've shared enough online, then it's time to get to know each other in person. And so you want to be careful. And every online dating service of any worth gives you some safety measures to follow, and they put some safety measures in place. Don't ignore them. Don't try to go around them. Really pay attention, because they've already had clients who've encountered some less than safe situations, and that's why they put those in there. Even when you think about something like OfferUp, there are scammers in OfferUp. And I'm not quite sure what they're after except for your data, but they will act like they're interested in your product, and then when you respond, it gives them some data, but they have no intention of meeting you. Or they'll say, hey, can I pay for you through this way or that way? Whatever the platform tells me is the way to collect that money or the way to meet that person, I learn quickly. Follow that to the T. And if they don't want to follow it, they're not real, or they're up to something not so cool. So really pay attention to the platform's guidelines. You want to make sure you meet in public places where there are lots of people around. And you want to make sure that you tell friends and family that you're meeting them, what time, where you're going to be, so someone is aware that you're going to meet this stranger. Trust your instincts, stay aware, and have your own transportation. I always talk about self-development because, again, you've got to know who you are, you've got to like that person, and be excited about your existing reality. So get yourself pumped up, be confident about who you are, prepare yourself in your best way, but keep it real. Be the you that they're going to see time and time again if this works out. Hope you enjoy the examples. Hope you enjoy the graphics. Hit that subscribe button so you can get my posts every Friday, and give me a like. I love those comments for those who have already done either one of these. Been introduced, met someone that had common interests or in group situations, and as well have tried online. Would love to have you share that so that other people who are thinking about taking that next step can get some assurances. All right, take care. Bye.